everyone, this is Michelle. I have another idea for you on how to personalize your stockings. My other video, I used tissue paper and traced the name onto the tissue paper, pinned it to the felt, stitched through, and then ripped the tissue paper off. I have another idea. It is using this vellum paper. I got this pad of paper from Hobby Lobby. I think it was about $4. I got the chiffon. You can get a nice clear vellum paper that works really good too. This is what it looks like. It's a lot stronger than tissue paper. It doesn't tear as easily. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get some vellum, whether it's the clear or the chiffon, and take your alphabet. I'm just gonna use the standard one that we get with our Bucilla kits. And as you can see, this is really easy to see through. It'll be really easy to trace. So after I do that, after I trace my name that I'm gonna use, I've got it here. I didn't pin this onto the felt because when I pinned it, it sort of pinched the paper and you know, made it bump up, and I didn't really like that. So I got my clips and clipped it too. It holds it flat. I really like the clips better. If you don't have these clips, use clothespins. Anything will work. So you're gonna need some padding. I just have little 2 sheets of felt here that I'm gonna use. So lay this down on here on your padding. You're gonna need that. Next, you're gonna need something pointy. You can use a push pin. I have one of my longer pins, and I have a sewing awl. I like this just because it's bigger, easier to hold, but you can use anything. What you're gonna do then is, your name that you traced, you're gonna start making a series of dots. You're gonna follow your letter that you're doing. You wanna make sure you get certain points, like if your letter crosses anywhere, like the E here, make sure you put a hole there. And you're just gonna do your whole name and make the dots. Like I said, anything works, whatever you feel comfortable with. Poke your holes. And after you do that, you can use a pen, you can use pretty much anything you have to do this. For the camera, I'm gonna use a water-soluble marker because when I tried to do a video a few minutes ago, the pen really didn't show up. For the camera, I could see it, but I couldn't see it on the camera. So I'm gonna use my water-soluble markers. I have one from my Cricut machine that works really well. This one I got from Walmart. Anything will work. So I'm gonna use the purple here. I started a few minutes ago and I did do some blue on here and I did do some purple, but I'm gonna continue. So now where you made those dots with your pointy thing, you are gonna go over it with your marker. Go through. You can either leave it on your padding or take it off, either one. And just go back over your dots. And once you get that all done, you're gonna take your paper off because you don't need this anymore. And as you can see, the dots come right through, and you can see this really well on the camera, so I'm glad for that. So now what you're gonna do is, I didn't do my end, but you can kind of see where the dots are, and this is where you're gonna stitch. So I've already started. This is when I started a few minutes ago. Take it off. I like to use the DMC 321 red for names. I just like that color red. So I have 3 strands here. I did the E. I'm not going to use this for anything. It's just a sample, just to show you this idea. I did an outline stitch, and as you can see, the dots are all covered. I put little French knots at the ends. The R, I did a chain stitch. As you can see, dots are covered. I even did a 2-strand back stitch. Now for the N, I thought I would just do a split stitch and kind of show you. You just kind of follow around and connect the dots. This is a lot easier than having to deal with the tissue paper and ripping it off. And sometimes, even though we're careful, sometimes we pull our stitches when we're pulling off that tissue paper, and then you have to go back and fix that. This, you don't have to worry about that. You just follow the dots. I think this is a much easier way to do the names, and I hope someone finds it easy to do.